Today's video is going to be about my anticipated fantasy and romantasy, I guess is what we're calling it. Fantasy romance releases for 2024. So, I'm not going to do a huge intro. I'm trying to keep the talking to a minimum today because I am unwell. There's significantly less of these than there were in my romance video. Part of that is they just haven't announced a whole lot. From what I could tell, and yeah, most of it's for like the beginning of the year and then it kind of dwindles. So these are just some of the books I'm excited for going into the new year. Let's just jump into it. So in January, I have Evergreen, and this is by Devin Greenlee. This comes out on January 16th. This is a Secret Garden retelling about a dryad that risks immortality for love, and this is a debut. Another book that I am excited to read in January would be The Principle of Moments. Now this is a sci-fi fantasy. I don't read a ton of sci-fi, but I do tend to like sci-fi fantasies. So this is by Esme Jakimi Pearson, I want to say. It comes out January 18th. And this is a space fantasy novel. It will take you on a whirlwind adventure from a Regency era love affair between a time traveler and the prince waiting for him in the past, to a rescue mission in the 60th century where a girl desperately races against time as she searches for the sister the emperor stole. So I also am excited to read To Cage a God. This is probably one of the ones I'm most excited for. This is by Elizabeth May. It comes out January 23rd. And the synopsis for this says, using ancient secrets, Galena and Sarah's, wow, why can't I read? Galena and Sarah's mother grafted gods into their bones. Bound to brutal deities and granted forbidden power no commoner has held in a millennia, the sisters have grown up to become living weapons. That's all I'm gonna say. Sounds super interesting. I also have So Let Them Burn. This is by Camilla Cole, and this comes out January 16th. Basically, this says it's perfect for fans of Iron Widow and the Priory of the Orange Tree. Jamaican-inspired fantasy that follows a gods-blessed heroine who's forced to choose between saving her sister or protecting her homeland. And then I also have Feybound, and this is by, I think you say her name, Sarah El Arafi. This is the same author who wrote The Final Strife, which I have not read, but it's on my soon TBR. So this comes out January 18th. And this is Faye, obviously. Okay, moving into February, I've just got one, and this is Fathom Folk. This is part of a new series by Eliza Chan, and comes out February 27th. This is a debut. This is a modern myth-inflected story of revolution and magic set against the glittering, semi-submerged city of Tyankoe? I don't know how to say that. This is a debut novel. And this is a modern, myth-inspired story of revolution and magic set against a glittering, semi-submerged city. This says perfect for fans of Jade City and The Bone Shard Daughter. And then going into March, I have a couple. So I have The Woods All Black. This is by Lee Mandello. And I read one of their books this year, Feed Them Silence, and I did not like it. But I'm going to try again. This comes out March 19th. And says The Woods All Black is equal parts historical horror, trans romance, and blood-soaked revenge, all set in 1920s Appalachia. So I'm here for that. I also have Song of the Huntress. This is by Lucy Holland. This comes out March 21st. This is a must-read for fans of Circe. Song of the Huntress recasts the folklore behind the Wild Hunt into a dark feminist fantasy set amidst the legends and beauty of ancient Britain. I also have A Botanical Daughter. This is by Noah Medlock. Comes out March 19th. And this says Mexican Gothic meets The Lie Tree by way of Oscar Wilde and Mary Shelley. It's a horror debut. This is a captivating tale of two Victorian gentlemen hiding their relationship away in a botanical garden who embark on a Frankenstein-style experiment with unexpected consequences. I also have The Emperor and the Endless Palace. This is by Justinian Huang. Comes out March 26th. The synopsis for this says, across these seemingly unrelated timelines woven together only by the twists and turns of fate, two men are reborn lifetime after lifetime within the treacherous walls of an ancient palace and the boundless forest of the Asian wilderness. To the heart-pounding cement floors of underground rave scenes, our lovers are inexplicably drawn to each other, constantly tested by the worlds around them. And lastly, in March, I have A Dark and Drowning Tide. This is by Allison Saft. This comes out March 5th. And the synopsis for this says, a sharp-tongued folklorist must pair up with her academic rival to solve her mentor's murder in this lush and enthralling sapphic fantasy romance. And then I have just a couple more. So there's some that I've already pre-ordered. I have one here for May. That is Crown of Starlight. This is by Kate Corain, and this comes out May 14th. This is a Greek mythology retelling. So Greek mythology plays out against the backdrop of a vibrant galactic empire in the first book of a steamy, snarky, queer duology reimagining the myth of Ariadne and Dionysus as a space opera. Obviously, honorable mention, sometime in 2024, we're going to get the third Rebecca Yarros Empyrean book. So I don't know when, nobody knows when yet, but it's going to come out in 2024, so I thought I would honorably mention it. Then I wanted to get into some releases that I am excited for, so excited that I've already pre-ordered them, so just preface it with that. First, we have Sunbringer. This is by Hannah Canner. This is the sequel to Godkiller, and it comes out March 12th. I have The Tainted Cup. This is by Robert Jackson Bennett. Comes out February 6th. I think this is a new series. I have read some of his other books, and I'll be honest, I didn't love them a whole lot. So we'll see. We'll see. I also have Lore Olympus Volume 6 by Rachel Smith. This comes out May 7th. I already have this pre-ordered, obviously. I also have Midnight Ruin by Katie Robert. That's January 16th, so that's really soon. And obviously House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah Janet Maas. This comes out on January 31st. And last but not least, I already pre-ordered A Touch of Chaos by Scarlett St. Clair. This comes out March 14th as of right now. Let's hope it doesn't get delayed. Yeah, so that is it in terms of fantasy and romantasy releases for 2024 that I'm super pumped for, and some that I am so pumped for that I have pre-ordered already. There is likely to be quite a few more that get announced, but I am just a little out of the loop when it comes to fantasy these days. I've been feeling just a tad bit burned out on it, to be honest with you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and if you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing and give it a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.